Shabbat Shalom. So good to be back. So who feels like singing right now? Yes. Okay. Here we go. That's how it goes. Everybody, come on. Here we go. Now take a deep breath. We're going to sing high. One more time. Here we go.
Shabbat Shalom and welcome to our normal average Shabbat service we do every week. It's wonderful. And Helene, you can tell Bernie what he's missing. He gets to watch it, you get to be here, right? He's a good way. You're going to light candles for us? Is that what we said? Oh, thank you.
Surprise.
May the Shabbat candles that we now light inspire us to see justly and gently, look honestly and with kindness, and to see what's holy in each other.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech ha'olam asher kitshanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu lehadlik ner shall Shabbat.
Thank you. So we turn to page 4 in our prayer books, the bottom of the page. Hine ma tov, how good and pleasant it is to be together.
And it is so wonderful that we are all here celebrating Shabbat together on this Friday evening. And if you could take just a moment, please introduce yourself or say Shabbat Shalom to someone sitting nearby. Hine ma tov u'manayim shevet achim gam yachad. Hine ma tov u'manayim shevet achim gam yachad. Hine ma tov shevet achim gam yachad. Hine shevet achim gam yachad. Hine ma tov u'manayim 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 שבת אחים גם יחד, הנה מה טוב, הנה מה טוב. יאללה לה, יאללה לה 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 לה, הנה מה טוב, הנה מה טוב. יאללה לה, יאללה לה 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 לה, הנה מה טוב ומה נעים, שבת אחים גם יחד, הנה מה טוב ומה נעים, שבת אחים גם יחד.
And we'll turn to page 8 at the bottom of the page as we continue with our family prayer. May we never take for granted the gift of Shabbat as we sit nestled in the Rocky Mountains, sharing this humble moment with family and friends. May the satisfaction of celebrating Shabbat hearten our spirits. Let Shabbat peace bring quiet to our souls. Allow this time set aside for song and prayer. Bring us closer together in thoughts and deeds. Let this space we share become our place of devotion, glowing with reverence and filled with our traditions. May the end of this week encourage us to examine our actions and let us look ahead toward the new week. Be worthy of all of God's blessings. The top of page 8 as we welcome the angels of peace. Shalom Aleichem.
Shalom Aleichem, Malachi Asharet, Malachi Elyon, Mimelech Malchei HaMalachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Shalom Aleichem, Malachi Asharet, Malachi Elyon, Mimelech Malchei HaMalachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Ay, ay, ay. Shalom Aleichem, Malachi Asharet, Malachi Elyon, Mimelech Malchei HaMalachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Bachem l'shalom, Malachi Shalom, Malachi Elyon, Mimelech Malchei HaMalachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Bachem l'shalom, Malachi Shalom, Malachi Elyon, Mimelech Malchei HaMalachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Ay, ay, ay. Bachem l'shalom, Malachi Shalom, Malachi Elyon, Mimelech Malchei HaMalachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Shalom, Malachi Shalom, Malachi Elyon, Mimelech Malchei HaMalachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Baruch Hu Nila Shalom, Malachi Shalom, Malachi Elyon, Mimelech Malchei HaMalachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Ay, ay, Baruch Hu Nila Shalom, Malachi Shalom, Malachi Elyon, Mimelech Malchei HaMalachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Seitchem l'shalom, Malachi Shalom, Malachi Elyon, Mimelech Malchei HaMalachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Seitchem l'shalom, Malachi Shalom, Malachi Elyon, Mimelech Malchei HaMalachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Ay, ay, ay. Seitchem l'shalom, Malachi Shalom, Malachi Elyon, Mimelech Malchei HaMalachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu.
And David, that was to wake up your Sephardic spirits. Was it Syria? Where was your family? Where was your family from? Your Sephardic family was from where? Yeah. Well, this is what they would have heard. I'm glad we did it for you. Thank you. Okay. Well, as we turn to page 12 at the top of the page, the pilgrims looked up, lifted their eyes to the mountains, and cried, "From where does my help come?" Top of page 12, we join together at Sinai.
Sinai al Heharim, Me'ayin yavo Ezri, Esainai el heharim. Me'ayin yavo Ezri, Ezri me'im Adonai, Oseh shamayim ba'aretz. Ezri me'im Adonai, Oseh shamayim ba'aretz. Me'ayin yavo Ezri, Esainai el heharim. Me'ayin yavo Ezri, Ezri me'im Adonai, Oseh shamayim ba'aretz. Ezri me'im Adonai, Oseh shamayim ba'aretz.
Thank you. As we travel back to the 16th century, to the town of Tzfat, the center of Jewish mysticism, it's there that Shlomo Alkabetz wrote the beautiful poem of Lecha Dodi, welcoming the Sabbath bride, top of page 16 as we join together.
Lecha Dodi likrat kala, penei Shabbat nekavela. Lecha Dodi likrat kala, penei Shabbat nekavela. Shamor zachor b'diborecha, nishmi'anu el amichad Adonai echad. Shmo echad l'shem u'tiferet ve'elitila. Hey, Lecha Dodi likrat kala, penei Shabbat nekavela. Lecha Dodi likrat kala, penei Shabbat nekavela. Likrat Shabbat nechachu menecha ve'imah beracha merosh mikedem nesukat sof ma'aseh b'machshava tchila. Lecha Dodi likrat kala, penei Shabbat nekavela. Lecha Dodi likrat kala, penei Shabbat nekavela. Mikdash Shabbat ir melucha kumitzi, toha v'charav l'shevet ve'elecha v'cha ve'huyach mol alaychema. Lecha Dodi likrat kala, penei Shabbat nekavela. Lecha Dodi likrat kala, penei Shabbat nekavela.
The bottom of page 18, we rise, face the rear of the sanctuary as we greet the Sabbath bride.
Boi v'shalom, ateret ba'ala, gam besimcha, u'etzala, toch emunei, am segula, boi chala, boi chala. Lecha Dodi likrat kala, penei Shabbat nekavela. Lecha Dodi likrat kala, penei Shabbat nekavela. Lecha Dodi likrat kala, penei Shabbat nekavela. Lecha Dodi likrat kala, penei Shabbat nekavela.
You may be seated. I think it's amazing how some of the music we do on Shabbat just brings back the memories of where we were from, because no one was from here. but you might have been in Georgia, Florida. Where's yours? Florida, you'll say. But the music just brings back some memories to us. That particular tune was one we did at the seminary, never changed. Every Friday night, that was the tune we always used, and it was just kind of like a respite from the hard week of study that we had, and we had the greatest thinkers of the world were sitting in the front row. We waited until they started singing, so we have Heschel and Elie Wiesel and Finkelstein and Ginsberg all singing, and it was just an era that could never be repeated, except when you hear the tune again, and it was wonderful. Well, top of page 21, as we continue with Psalm 92, the psalm for the Sabbath day, but it's also the song of music, as we continue responsively. It's good to give thanks to you, O Lord, to praise your name through song, to speak in the morning of your loving kindness and your faithfulness each night, music of the lute and the harp, melody of the lyre, I'll sing with my delight. We continue the bottom of page 20.
Tzadika tamar yifrach ke'erez bavanon yizkeh shetuvim beveit Adonai bechatzrot Eloheinu yafrichu od yenun beseva deshenim verananim lehaki ki yashar Adonai suri velav latabon.
On page 23 at the top of the page, as we go back to 1921 at the Boston Globe, that's where they had that wonderful column of Dr. Crane Says, and it's just for today. And Nate, thank you for helping set everything up. And Fetty, it's good to see you back in here with us. If you'll both lead us in just for today.
Just for today, I will live one day only, forgetting yesterday and tomorrow, and not trying to solve the whole problem of life at once.
Just for today, I'll be unafraid of life and death, unafraid to enjoy the beautiful and be happy. People are as happy as they make up their minds to be.
Just for today, I will adjust myself to what is, and not try to adjust everything to suit me. If I cannot have what I like, I will try to like what I have.
Just for today, I'll be agreeable, cheerful, charitable, do my best, praise people for what they can do, not criticize them for what they cannot do. And if I find fault, I'll forgive it and forget it. Prove nor regulate anybody except myself.
Just for today, I will have a plan. I may not follow it exactly, but I will have one. I will save me from worry, hurry, and indecision.
Just for today, I'll get people off my nerves and not get on theirs. I'll appreciate them for what they do and what they are.
Just for today, I will not show it if my feelings are hurt.
Just for today, I'll find a little time for quiet to relax, realize what life is and can be. Time to think about God, get a purpose.
Just for today, I will look at life with fresh eyes and discover the wonderful of it. I will know that as I give to the world, so the world will give to me.
Thank you. So we turn to page 24 in our prayer books and rise. We'll continue with our call to worship and join with the Baruch Hu.
Ya la 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 la, 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 ya la 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 la. Are you listening to my prayer? Can you hear my voice? Can you understand? Am I awake? Am I prepared? Ya la 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 la, 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 ya la 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 la. Barechu et Adonai HaMevorach. Baruch Adonai HaMevorach Le'olam va'ed. Le'olam va'ed. Ya la 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 la, 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 ya la 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 la.
May be seated. The top of page 26, the beautiful prayer of Ma'ariv Aravim, introduces the Shema and talks about the distinction between light and darkness. The top of page 26.
Baruch atah Adonai.
Blessed is the one,
Eloheinu melech haolam.
Spirit of the one,
Asher bidvaro.
the one
Bidvaro
who
ma'ariv aravim.
brings the
Try that with
evening
me.
into being.
Baruch atah Adonai.
Blessed is the one,
Eloheinu melech haolam.
Spirit of the one,
Asher bidvaro.
the one
Bidvaro
who
ma'ariv aravim.
brings the evening into being.
U'mesader et hakochavim. Et hakochavim. U'mesader et hakochavim. Et hakochavim. U'ma'avir yom. U'mevi laila. U'mavdil ben yom. U'vein laila. U'ma'avir yom. U'mevi laila. U'mavdil ben yom. U'vein laila. Baruch atah Adonai.
Blessed is the one
Ma'ariv aravim.
who brings the evening into being.
And how nice it is to have that extra voice.
Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad. 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 Baruch Shem Kevod Malchuto Leolam va'ed. Baruch Shem Kevod Malchuto Leolam va'ed. Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad. Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad.
Well, there's so much for which we're grateful, not only for the beautiful sky we saw today or the mountains, but to have Colleen with us and sharing the music with Cantor Michelle. And gratitude is in the top of page 32, that we can't take for granted where we are, and each time we look out the window or go outside, appreciate it. As the sun sets slowly behind the mountains of Vail, we gather together appreciative of the many gifts we enjoy. This Shabbat, amidst the peacefulness of these surroundings, let us no longer focus on that which we desire, but rather upon what we already savor, the quietness of the creek and the soft mountain air. We thank you each day for health of body, mind, and spirit. Let our daily actions reflect our gratefulness for our lives every moment with every breath. Grateful to God who has given us the blessings of Shabbat. Well, Shomer Yisrael, guardian of Israel, we will continue to call out to you for as many days as it takes with prayer to protect those men, women, and children brutally kidnapped by Hamas so long ago, along with the members of the IDF missing in action or held captive. So may it be your will speedily and soon to bring them out from darkness and the shadow of death. Give continued strength to the IDF to do all that must be done. Deliver them from danger and back to the loving embrace of their dear ones. May the verses of Isaiah be true. Those delivered by God will be returned. They will enter Zion with everlasting joy. At the top of page 34, Hashkivenu.
Hashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu l'shalom, l'shalom. Behamidenu makenu lechaim. Ufros aleinu sukat shlomecha, ufros aleinu sukat shlomecha.
Amen. Shelter us beneath your wings, O Adonai. Guard us from all harmful things, O Adonai. Keep us safe throughout the night, till we wake with morning's light. Teach us daily wrong from right. Amen. Sing amen. 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 Let's sing it again. Amen. Just your voices. Amen. 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 Amen.
So we read from the book of Exodus, in 6 days the Lord created the heavens and the earth. Seventh day he ceased from his work and rested. Page 36 as we join together, Vishamru.
Vishamru b'nei Yisrael et HaShabbat la'asot et HaShabbat le'dorotam berit olam. Vishamru b'nei Yisrael et HaShabbat la'asot et HaShabbat le'dorotam berit olam. Beini uvein b'nei Yisrael oti le'olam. Vishamru b'nei Yisrael
HaShabbat.
Yeah.
לעשות את השבת לדורותם, ברית עולם, ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת. לעשות את השבת לדורותם, ברית עולם. כי ששת ימים עשה אדוני את השמיים ואת הארץ,
ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת. לעשות את השבת לדורותם, ברית עולם. ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת. לעשות את השבת לדורותם, ברית עולם. וביום השביעי שבת ויהי נפש. שבת ויהי נפש. ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת. לעשות את השבת לדורותם, ברית עולם. ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת. לעשות את השבת לדורותם, ברית עולם. ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת.
לעשות את השבת לדורותם, ברית עולם. ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת. לעשות את השבת לדורותם, ברית עולם.
Well, there are those in our community who are in need of healing, of body, mind, or spirit. If you have a person in your life in need of healing, please feel free in just a moment to say their name aloud as we move about the sanctuary. We continue the top of page 38 with Misha Berach, our prayer for healing. Misha Berach
Avotenu Mekor habracha Leimotenu. May the source of strength, who blessed the ones before us, help us find the courage to make our lives a blessing, and let us say, Amen.
We offer blessings for full healing to Gail Balin and Sue Beiser, Sonny Brodsky and Phil Brodsky, Robert D'Agostino, Diane Ehrlich, Chris Eldridge, Larry Ellens, Carol Ann Finn and Barbara Goldberg, Deborah Goldman, Mark Grablowski, Lori Hellman, Mike Herman, and Jody Israel, Rae Ivry, Harriet Jaffe, Mary Sue Katz, and Herman Keek, Phil Krasnow, Judith Landau, and Pam Lessing, Stephen Reese, Coralie Rogers, Bruce Rogers, and Bill Silvers, B. Sklarowitz, Kelly Soslin, Dina Stempler, Merle Steyer, Alan Tenenbaum, Richard Taxman, Marcy Tracy, Donna Weinstock, and Jerry Weinstock. Yes. Thank you. Thank you. Misha Beira
those in need of healing with refuah shlema, the renewal of body, the renewal of spirit, and let us say, Amen.
Turn to page 40 in our prayer books and rise as we continue with the Reader's Kaddish.
Yitkada ve'yitkadash shemei Rabba.
Amen.
Ve'amad divrah kirutei ve'amlich malchutei.
B'chayechon v'yomechon u'chayedecha Beit Yisrael. Bagala, bagala, v'zman kariv.
Yimeru.
Amen. Yesh me'rabba mevarach, le'alam v'lameo maya, yitbarach.
Yitzbarach v'yishtabach, yitpa'ar yitroma v'yitnaseh, v'yitadar, v'yitaleh, v'yitalal, shemei dekudesha,
Rechu.
le'elam min kol berchata v'shirata.
Tushvechata v'nechemata, tamir b'yama.
Ve'imeru.
Amen. Be not afraid of silence. It's more powerful than the unpolished word. It allows God's voice to be heard and tears and doubt to tumble out. Page 42 at the top of the page as we continue Adonai Sfatai and then silently through page 57.
Na 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 Adonai. Na 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 Sfatai tiftach. Na 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 fi yagid. Ufi yagid teilatecha. Na 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 Adonai. Na 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 Sfatai tiftach. Na 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 fi yagid. Ufi yagid teilatecha. Na 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 Adonai. Na 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 Sfatai tiftach. Na 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 fi yagid. Ufi yagid tehilatecha. Na 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 Adonai. Na 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 Sfatai tiftach. Na 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 fi yagid. Ufi yagid tehilatecha.
Page 56 as we continue with our prayer for peace. Oseh Shalom.
Spirit of the world, make us whole again. Grant us peace. Grant us your peace. Spirit of the world, hear our humble prayer. Grant us peace. Grant us your peace. Oh, say shalom bimroma. Huya, say shalom. Huya, say shalom. Oh, say shalom bimroma. Huya, say shalom. Huya, say shalom. Aleinu, Aleinu, Be'akol Yisrael. Aleinu, Aleinu, Be'akol Yoshvei Tevel. Oh, say shalom bimroma. Huya, say shalom. Huya, say shalom. Oh, say shalom bimroma. Huya, say shalom. Huya, say shalom. Ve'imru, ve'imru, ve'imru. Amen.
Thank you. We read in the book of Exodus where it says that these are the garments which they shall make: a breastplate and an ephod, which is a type of apron, a robe, embroidered coat, mitre, girdle. They shall make these holy garments for Aaron the priest, your brother and his sons. We read in great deal within the Torah about all the different clothings that were made, but in particular, we read about the clothing that was worn by the high priest and his sons. Moses and the people were to make the clothing for beauty and adornment, and they were to set the priests apart, totally aside from what the Israelites were. So the priest stood before the people, and you have this glow of the breastplate, wearing heavily embroidered coat, and a mitre, which was that tall headgear that they had on top. And tradition teaches us that there were 8 different pieces of clothing that the high priest would change during the times of Yom Kippur. Simple white garments, and then back to this amazing regalia. But with all the details describing the priest's clothing, there was one piece of clothing which seems to not be included in the list, not even mentioned by the commentators. The high priest did not wear a mask. His face was uncovered, purposely for all the people to see. Well, traditionally within Judaism, we don't wear masks. But there's that one exception, and that's on Purim, which we'll be celebrating next week. On Purim, it's proper to keep part of ourselves hidden. And it's the only time of the year where we're encouraged to wear costumes and a mask. So did you ever wonder where the origin of wearing the costume on Purim, not necessarily Superman or Wonder Woman or Spider-Man, but where we had all these costumes that we'll see next week, and as we read the Megillah, we learn how Esther hid her true identity from everybody. According to our commentators, Queen Esther was born with the name we all know as Hadassah, which means myrtle. But her name was changed to Esther to hide her identity upon becoming the queen of Persia. But the name Esther comes from the Hebrew root, meaning hidden. The 3-letter root of Esther in Hebrew is Samech Taf Resh, which means to hide or conceal. And also interesting, the Megillah is that even God remains hidden. He's unmentioned throughout the book and throughout the Megillah, which is why a sofer first learns all of their scribal skills writing the Megillat Esther, because there's no chance of improperly writing the name of God and having to start over again. But when we recall those days of the COVID epidemic, we were all encouraged, of course, to wear our masks in public, out of public, to protect our own safety, and we were told the safety of others. But we also discovered when we were doing this that something was lost. Letting our faces be able to smile, that they could see the smile beneath the mask. So when the ancient tabernacle was built, this is interesting about faces as well, because as it was carried through the wilderness, it contained 2 cherubim. These are statues of angels, and they were facing each other. Now, I have a picture which is not easily seen, but they know the description, and we saw this in Raiders of the Lost Ark when they made it as well. And they have these cherubim that are facing each other. Midrash tells us that God appeared to Moses between the faces of the cherubim. The lesson being, as our rabbis have often taught, that God is present in the space where 2 people meet each other face to face. In fact, the Hebrew word for face is panim, which is plural. A little puzzling to me. But there's no singular Hebrew word for face. So it's as if one face needs another face so that we can fully express ourselves. Now, we've offered a lot of Zoom meetings and classes since COVID. And what I've discovered when we meet is that the participants, even when they have their webcams, they prefer to keep them off. And I try to offer that encouragement to please, if you have a webcam, turn it on. I don't care what your hair looks like or what your room looks like or if you're still in your pajamas. Our gathering is so much more effective when we have face-to-face. And we see that same as the angels, instead of the little black square with your name in it. So whether you'll be wearing masks, not just on Purim, or perhaps for your health if you have a cold, you have to realize something is lost, something is hidden. And that's part of the message of Purim. So you have to learn to smile when you have your mask on. And next week on Purim, enjoy that Purim tradition of being someone else who's hidden behind the mask. Well, as we turn our clocks forward this weekend, it's that spring is not that far away. We have some announcements to the president of our congregation, Stephen Wellens.
Shabbat shalom. Rabbi, you forgot. Purim is about hamantashen, which is my favorite thing in the world.
Okay.
Which my wife will remind me all the time. It's the only time I eat a lot of cookies. You can call them cookies. We finished an amazing week. We had 12 amazing IDF soldiers here. Last week, they went back Tuesday night. But Rabbi Cantor and I, well, Cantor spent some time with them also, but Rabbi and I got a chance to introduce these 12 brave, brave souls to our prayer wall at the hospital. We did a little session, and we set the room up in a circle, and the rabbi explained what it was, why we did it, what it meant to us, why we wanted to give this to the community. And I could tell you that all 12 of them were just blown away to see, you know, our version of the wall in front of them here in Vail while they were here healing and getting their minds right for the long journey back to Israel. It's been a horrific couple of years. But I think that little session was amazing, and thank you, Rabbi, for your, for getting that done. It was just an amazing thing. I wish you could have all seen it. We've also got 2 amazing IDF soldiers here today who have been here for a couple of weeks doing their high altitude training, flying the Apaches. We hope that when you get back next week, you never have to get back in that helicopter and that peace comes back to Israel. And we wish you nothing but the best, and we're going to have a nice meal tonight, and I hope you've enjoyed your stay here, and I hope you can tell your partners back in Israel to please come see Vail. We'll give them the same welcome and that they deserve. So thank you, and we look forward to spending some time with you. We do have a lot coming. The 14th, we have Purim. May 1st and 2nd. May 1st, we have a family Israel Independence event, so please check the calendar, talk to Jeannie. if you want to participate. On the 2nd is a day of Shabbat services for Independence Day. We look forward to seeing everybody here and everybody watching us. Please come. We have an amazing amount of events, but we do need some volunteers. If you love B'nai Vail, if you love what we do in the summer, please reach out to Jeannie, send her an email, let her know you want to volunteer. Pick 1 or 2 events over the summer because we have so much going on. We need some help, and we would love you to participate and find out a little bit more about how we do it and what we do. And with that, I want to thank Michelle for your help last week with the IDF, and it was an amazing week, and we look forward to seeing you guys off, and peace to you.
Also could use some volunteers next week for our Purim party. If anyone wants to come and help us run one of the booths for our carnival, we would love to have your help. That is next week, right? I have no concept of time and space. Yes, next week for the Purim Carnival. So you could send me an email if you want to come help out. It'll be a lot of fun.
And Colleen, thank you. We love having you anytime that you can be here, and I know you'll be certainly put together the High Holy Days with Cantor Michelle, so we really look forward to that as well. It's a lot of work. And last week I wasn't here, but we had a service which was different, and we'll get to do it again, a service in the round, which was held just next door. And for those that came, it was a great experience. I know that Cantor Michelle put it together. I was in San Francisco. They had what was called, it's the 20th annual gathering of the Gold Star Moms. That's any mother who lost a child in combat during one of our wars. So there were about several hundred of them gathered together. No one else is invited. And I would offer the different prayers and the counseling sessions that they did. And it was organized by Blue Star Moms. Those are those that have active duty, still serving. So it's an amazing experience. Only place it's done in the country where they gather all these Gold Star Moms together. For anybody who wandered off the street and said, I wonder if Vail has a Jewish service on Shabbat, and you came in here, I'm glad you got to see this and think this is what we do every single week. It's almost.
I try to be 2 people, but
We're going to continue. We'd like to recognize Ido and Roy. Thank you again for being here and for doing that great flying that you're doing. If you'd like to come up and lead us in Hatikva, or if you have to follow it in your prayer book, it's on page 70. We all rise.
Kol od balevav penima, nefesh Yehudi homia, ulfa'ate mizrach kadima, ayin letzion Sophia. Olav tikvateinu, hatikva bat shnot apayim, liatam chofshi be'artzeinu, eretz Zion ve'Yerushalayim, liatam chofshi be'artzeinu, eretz Zion ve'Yerushalayim.
And we'll remain standing, page 60 in our prayer books as we continue. Amen.
Aleinu l'shabeach la'adon hakol, la'tzeit gerula le'otzer bereshit, shelo asanu k'goyei haratzot, ve'lo samanu k'mishpachot ha'adama, shelo sam chalkeinu kahem, ve'gor aleinu kechol hamonam. ואנחנו קוראים ומשתחווים ומודים לפני מלך מלכי המלכים הקדוש ברוך הוא והשב אותה אל לבביך כי אדוני הוא האלוהים בשמיים ממעל ועל הארץ מתחת עינות ונאמר והיה אדוני למלך על כל הארץ ביום ההוא יהיה אדוני אחד ושמו
Strong bonds of home and love hold us one to another. In solemn testimony to that unbroken faith which links the generations one to another, we call to mind those whose yahrzeit we observe this month. Anna Bloom, Madeline Brand, Selma Bronstein, and Cindy Burns. Carl Cohen, Sarah Jane Drescher, Jeffrey Dreyfus, Leonore Duncan, Eleanor Dworkin, Elaine Dworkin, Ria Iyer, Sylvia Feldman, Arthur Foreman, Richard Fox, Max Friedman, and Robert S. Fremont. Jack Kudernick, Thelma Gerson, Herbert Given, Norman Goldberg, Edith Goldsmith, and Tamara Goldstein, Howard Goldstein, and Rosalind Goldberg, Edith Gordon, Henry Durrance, Ida Hass, Phyllis Hayden, Isaac, William Himmelfarb, Sal Horowitz, Pauline Israel, Janice Kaplan, and Gabriel Klein. Harold Pat Krause, Sidney Joseph Kern, and Israel Labowitz. Maxine Landau, Hindu, Black Pop, Marion Levy, Earl Edward Leaf, Enrique Santos Mazel, Bernard Myers and Evelyn Ruth Miller, Rose Moore, Nathan Myers, Marshall Pelico, Paul Pasco, Marjorie Green Patterson, and Murray Plotnick. Herbert Puncher, Mel Presser, Ethel Price Shapiro, and Miriam Raymer. Bernice Resnick, Lily Rosenberg, Edward Rosenthal, Carol Ross. Lisi Rothman and Ernie Schneider. Henrietta Schneider and Benedicta Schringen. Jay Schwab, Salvin Schwartz, Jeanette Shapiro, Marvin Shabbat. Isidore Jack Silver, John Simons. Leon Singer, Alan Sullivan, Arthur Wagner, Dorothy Wellens, David Wertheim, Dana Whitman, and Shirley Seslowski. Anyone else is observing your site this month? Maggie Dobson. More Scottish can be found in our prayer books, and those that wish may join with us as we say.
Amen. Amad Devrav Kiritev Yamli. Chayachonu Yamechonu Chayeda Beit Yisrael. Agalav Izman Karev Yimrami. Yishlam Rabban Barach Le'olam U'Me'olam. Barach V'Shabbat V'Pa'ar V'Mamin. V'Tadar V'Talal V'Talal Shemei Kudsha Breichu. Le'elo min kol birchata v'shirata. Shechata v'nechamata. Ta'amiram ve'ama v'imramin. Yehi shlama rabba min shemaya. V'chayim aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael v'imramin. V'seh shalom v'ruram. V'ya'asa shalom. Aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael v'imramin.
Coast to West Coast, and we've got so many, well, Bernie's watching. So that's nice. You're here, he's there, and it's great to have all of you who are watching. Adon Olam
To an Adon Olam for once. Believe it or not. Adon Olam, Asher Malach, B'Ter Elohim, Tzir Nirah, Le'esh Hashem, V'Sokot, Atay Melech, Shema Nirah, E'acharet, Yivot HaKol, Le'vano, Yimov Torah, Le'hu Hayah, Le'hu Omer, Le'hu Yireh, V'Tifara, Le'hu Echad, Ve'en Sheni, Le'hamshilo, Le'afira, Li'reshit, Li'tachlit, Ve'lo ha'oz, Ve'am Yisrael, Le'hu Eilit, Ve'chai Khalil, Ve'tzor Khalil, Ve'esara, Ve'hu Nisim, Ma'anosim, V'nagosim, Ve'yom Ezra. Ve'adon tirachim, ve'etishon ve'ayira, ve'iruvim ve'miyatim, Adonai li v'lo ira.
And that was the normal one. Let's rise for a closing blessing. Adonai Oz Ve'Eloi Yitei, Adonai Barak Adonai Shalom, may the Lord grant strength to his people. Let's all people sweet peace.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, borei puri hagafen l'chaim. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, hamotzi lachem min haaretz b'tei avot. Ozi vezirat yad, vayehi Yeshua. Ozi vezirat yad, vayehi Yeshua. Ozi vezirat